changes from yesterday's list. I'll get into that in a second. But there's multiple reasons that I want to try it. One, it was really fun, and it seems to me like a deck that shouldn't be remotely competitive. Though yesterday, it seemed highly competitive. So like, I kind of just want to play it some more to see if we were just running hot, or if the deck's actually good, or etc. whatnot. I mean, like yesterday, we won a lot of dice rolls. We had a lot of land war elves. We only struggled with mana a few times. We got paired versus a bunch of decks of sweepers, and they just never had them. Um, and to get into why I'm making no changes is really the only thing I want to do is like add red to the deck, and I still just don't know how to make the red mana work. I don't quite understand it. Like the clan collars like definitely underperformed, but I couldn't think of something better, so just figured we would run it back. So I don't know. Maybe I could cut 2 clan collars, just add 2 lands, and just try to be consistent and not worry about it. Actually, would not mind cutting an adventurous impulse or 2 for just a land or 2. I think I sideboarded impulse out about every game yesterday anyway. If we added 2 more lands, we could probably sneak some carnages in the sideboard. Oh boy, oh boy. I really hope I don't have any background noise playing. Sweet, I don't. Oh, well, we won another dice row. And we have another land war elf. So we're still just running hot. This just being a land would make me so much happier right now than what it is. They might think we're black-green and ignore the land war elf for like a better target. If they had a shock or whatever, which the blue-red decks, the Jeskai decks, are seemingly the most popular decks on Moto right now. Oh. Well, if this is the green-white deck, this could be interesting. Because I've told they kind of like stalemate out versus each other. And that I needed something to break through, which is one of the reasons we wanted the red cards. But, as obviously can be seen, we don't have those red cards, so. Normal Still Leaf Stompy has just like Galtas and stuff to do that. We'd love to draw a land next turn just so we can slam Beastie. Danto. Because of the 4/4 Convoke Loxodon, like Still Leaf Champion isn't as good versus these little aggressive decks as they used to be. Like, used to be you just slam Still Leaf Champion. If they didn't have the answer, you won. But now they have lots of ways to really deal with it, and ways to deal with it that also, like, increases their board. Which is a bit problematico. Which one of these will I be playing? Time will tell. Wah wah. Gosh. I'm going to take the land. Feel like we need to get the Beast Whisperer to try to win this match, so that's why we took the land and then played this. And hold the Chain Collar because there's a chance the next turn they just like play a land into a Loxodon and then they can't block. Also, if we draw a land now, we can beast off of it, whereas if we played the Clan Collar, there was nothing that gets us a trigger next turn. But now there's like some things that get us a trigger next turn. The interesting thing is if they play a Elephant here, like I probably have to play the Clan instead of the Beast, and that sets us back, or like maybe I just don't attack for a turn. I'm not really sure. Like, am I able just to block here? What do they have that can kill this Druid? And if I make them play it, is it worth it for us? Like, forcing them to play something on this seems pretty good, right? I don't really care if I turn their thing into a lifelinker. I don't think that changes much. Maybe I'm not supposed to block just in case they have Conclave. But they never make that attack if they have Conclave, right? So we're looking for a land or a 1-drop. Neither of those are lands or 1-drops. Really don't know how our opponent's 3 minutes slower than us at this point. But that's okay. They're allowed to be. If we know they were going to keep a draw like that, we probably should have kept the Still Leave Champion. Don't know what's going on now, but I'm going to block this one. Let them keep the Haunteds. Really don't understand a lot of these attacks. Alright, land time. So if we just play this, they get to block the biggest, and then they're taking 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's just a pretty easy win because they can't block this. My opponent got stuck on 2 lands. Yeah, so what could opponent have now? I think I'm going to bring these in just in case there's some Lyras over there. I think I'm actually going to bring these in as well. These may not be cards that I should be bringing in. Got some of those. I'm going to trim one of these as well. I want some of the clan collars just to help my locks, or sorry, help my 4/5s attack through things. But we have some Vanquisher banners to help do that already, so we don't want to draw too many of them. Maybe I'm supposed to just bring in the Diamond Mares. No tacos, I still just can't bring myself to put basic mountains in this deck. And I'm not confident enough with just 4 root bounds and like a guild gate. But I'm actually running the exact same 75 as yesterday because I felt like we ran incredibly hot yesterday. Like, we won a lot of dice rolls, we had a lot of Land Elves on the play, and we dodged a lot of sweepers, so I wanted to give it another 5 matches to see if, like, it evened out or how it felt when we're not doing that stuff. Oh, well. Rest in peace, lands. Our opponent immediately had 2 lands game 1, and we were on the play with a Land Elf, so. Oh, this hand's pretty good. Pretty good. Do have double of a legend, but like, it's a good legend. They're playing the version with a bunch of 1-drops, so I would imagine they're playing something here. Yeah, they did. Not particularly surprising. Might be a reason to have not taken clan collars out. It definitely should have the diamond mares in potentially. Just because they block all this stuff real good. Oh wow. And they're mana screwed again. Well, unless we draw a 5/4, we're casting Marwyn. Got a foil Marwyn in the mail today. Excuse me. I'm Marwyn. I'm doing some nurturing. Like my Marwyn voice? Got me. Ooh, opponent still doesn't have one. So we built a board. God, this thing's just massive now. Alright, well, we had Land of War Elf both games, and our opponent got Mulligan both games, so it seems like more of the same from yesterday. This is not helping me come to any conclusions with this deck. The only conclusion I've came to is I hate Adventurous Impulse. Maybe if I leave the 4 impulses in, 5 red sources is enough. Because, like, no. Probably not. Want another dice roll? Ooh. I'm going to keep this hand, but I think this hand's probably bad. This hand's probably a mulligan, but the Adventurous Impulse makes me just want to gamble. Hey, James, doing well, doing well. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything is going well with you. Well, I guess I'm taking this one. It's the better card in a vacuum. Uh-oh, boys and girls. We might be getting got here. I wonder if it's ever right to Adventurous Impulse there for a 1-drop. Hey. Guess we're taking this one. They have definitely outramped us. They outramped us, and then they played like a pretty bad magic card, though. So if they have a black mana, they'll be able to tick down this and get the thing back and then kill this, but it's not like we can do a lot about that. I'll give them that one because they have to shock if they want it this turn. There's a pretty good chance that they have some other removal spell in their hand. So, like, the Beast Whisperer's probably dead now. The unfortunate thing about that is he can just kill it next turn, too. But this lets us keep the Steel Champion alive. I could have played my land and then just attacked. He would 100% blocked. We're in a bad spot here. Need to draw like a Vanquisher's Banner or something. I think a second Steel Leaf Champion is probably not going to be good enough in this board state. Yeah, well, you get this. Still have 6 cards in their hand. And we know none of them are lands. Say we're dead this game. They bring in these, but they're not super good here. Maybe some Shaper Sanctuaries. Hey Newman, thank you so much for the host. just in time to see us get absolutely wrecked. Because this game is over. I don't think we even have an out. Take one draw step to see if it's a banner, and then we're just going to not waste anybody's time. This card's not particularly good here, but like, most of our cards aren't, so. I think I'd rather just have that. Dump a couple of these. I'll leave one impulse in as the quote-unquote 21st land. No, I have nothing but the straight 20 green lands. This deck doesn't really play from behind, so I don't really want cards that are only good when you're playing from behind. Just want things to constantly keep pressure up, not try to rebuild. Did think about some Gultas in the sideboard, though. Gultas can break open a stalemate. We also don't get much use out of the back half of Find, because the only creatures that we have in our main deck that survive if we ever have to do the back half of the Find are like our Beast Whispers and our, what you call them, these things. The Vimares are in our sideboard, but technically they apply to, and Foreign Lieutenants technically survive as well if we put counters on them, but like, yeah, I guess a lot of our creatures survive. Maybe I'm just wrong. Black's a reasonable splash, though, because we do have 8 sources of black without having to put a swamp in. And I think that's the key. If I splash, I don't want to put a swamp in. Huh. No. Oh. I'll take back my no. I'm playing that one because it can't be Chupacabra while this one can. If they they can't even double block, so. It still doesn't do exactly what I want it to do. It's something that we could do. Goodbye, friend. You'll be missed. Am I willing to trade one of these to deal 2 damage? Probably. I don't think they get a lot better than that. I guess if they have a land, that means they could find it back and then they can kill the Stillleaf champion. But then they're tapped out and taking a minimum 5. And dying if we draw a Vanquisher's Banner. Alright. So they have to kill this, which means they're taking 5. And now if they have a land and a find, we're probably in bad trouble. If they don't have a land and a find, they're dead. Alright. So what do we try for game 3? I don't actually have a lot of things for our Shaper Sanctuaries. What's the odds they have Doom Whisperer? Card that scares me the most is just them having a... Just them having a Wild Growth Walker is what scares me the most. I don't think we beat a Wild Growth Walker in any reasonable draw on top of that. Excuse me. I think I'm just playing our dudes. They didn't have a removal spell that turn. That was pretty safe. The problem is now, like, I want a Beast Whisperer next turn, and the Beast Whisperer is not as good because of Ravenous Chupacabra and friends. That gives us something to do that's not Beast Whisperer, so... Oh! Did I not play my land? No, I played a land. Okay. I looked up and saw they had 4 lands, and I forgot what Elvish Rejuvenator did for a second. I was just like, I punted, I didn't play a land. But no. That's a pretty good turn 3. Unfortunately, Finality, like, still, like, pretty wrecks us here. Well, if he's doing that, it's not a Finality. Interesting. Would I ever trade this for 2 of these things and be happy with that? I just don't want to spend that mana, right? Yeah, I just don't want to spend that mana. Like, I want to make this play no matter what. And I'm certainly not trading it for 1/2 of a card. I guess you get a Llanowar if you already had 6 mana, so you getting 7 mana doesn't seem especially scary. Keeping a Brontodon? That's weird. Okay, not keeping it. Anything but a land? That's anything but a land. Hmm. If I attack Karn with everything, they can just like block here, block here, block here. Karn survives. So I guess I'm just going to attack Karn with this thing. I don't want to trade Marwyn for all of these. I don't. I mean, they could have a fine now, and it's not even that bad because we draw 2 cards. And I would rather them use that half a fine than the back half a fine anyway. So that block confused me by a lot. Love to draw another Beast Whisperer. Ooh. They're going after the Shaper Sanctuaries. It just feels to me like that part of the game is over. Hey, this is what I wanted to draw. And then we instantly whiff. Alright, so let's think about this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So all of those of that could just send like 5 things at this to make sure it's dead, but I don't know if I care if it's dead. I think I'm just going to send these 2 at that. It might be ugly, but it's the only one that has remotely reasonable competition. Playing Arena in terms of competitions like going to the pool and playing in the kiddie section. It's fun and all, but like you don't get a lot from it. Well, we'll take that one in a heartbeat. Doom Whisper is not a bad draw. Oh, brutal. How do we keep doing this? We draw 8 lands in our 20 land deck and just our top 20 cards. So if we just send everything at Karn, he can like block the 3 biggest. So he say blocks these 3. It takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It doesn't die. So we can't kill Karn at all. And all of our stuff's going to die to fine. This is a problem. Not actually sure how we win then. I don't know if we can win now. The 8-power Doom Whisperer that we can't answer is going to be a problem. Eight and 20 is quite a bit more than 1 land in average. Quite a bit more. You might want to recheck your math there. We drew 40% of our lands in 30% of our draws. So we're drawing 10% more lands than we should. I can kill Veraska, but I don't know if killing Veraska even matters at this stage in the game. If I send everything, he's probably going to make me pump the Foreign Lieutenant. Roughly 1/3 and 1/3's not the same. Like, 7 is a full 5% more. I guess I'm killing Veraska. I don't know if there's no reason to really keep this thing behind. I could just send everything at him. He blocks these two, takes one. Sorry, he chump blocks these two, kills this, so he takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, down to 10. Then next turn I have these two things, and I can only ever hit him for 7. So he's still at 3. Still at 3 with an active Veraska that can technically kill one of them. Guess I'm just going to kill Veraska then. So, 1 to Veraska, 2 to Veraska, 3 to Veraska, 4 to Veraska, 5 to Veraska. We need a 6th thing to Veraska, so he can block 3 of them. And then we just send everything at this. He blocks the 3 biggest. Still takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's just not enough. Do I even need to kill Veraska? So that and this are all at least definitely going to him. We only need to deal 1 point to the Veraska to make sure it can't kill one of these on the following turn. So this is 7, this is 6, that's 13, 14, 15. If I attack him, that's 17, so he has to block at least one of those on his face. Eh. I feel like he's just going to ignore these. And they do nothing for me. So he's already blocking one of those. He's only got 2 blockers left. Yeah, whatever. I don't think we had a good attack knowing that he has this. Like, the problems that we know that he has, Find and Finality, and that we missed on our Beast Whisperer for multiple turns in a row. Kind of assumed that those 2 blocks would be made. Maybe I'm supposed to bring in Vraska, but not every build runs Doom Whisperer. And if we don't know every build's running Doom Whisperer, then maybe we're not supposed to just like arbitrarily play around Doom Whisperer. I also didn't play my land that turn like an idiot, but I'm not actually sure us playing a land matters now. Yes, you're going to get your Find back. You're going to turn your Doom Whisperer into an 8/8. Actually, you don't even have to turn your Doom Whisperer into an 8/8. You can like make your Druid bigger. Why is it not? Oh, because it doesn't target. Sure. It's probably better for him to make an 8/8. Though if he makes an 8/8, he would probably lose to a Vivian. He doesn't know we're not playing Vivians. And he has to make an 8/8. That card doesn't do anything. I am bluffing like I'm going to attack with both. Then I'm going to untap this like a genius. Attack Karn, I guess. I'm so smart. At least get to kill Karn. I don't know why I did it the second time. That was just being stupid. I guess it's not being that stupid. I feel we kind of had to. We are in kind of a cool spot here, though, where he needs to have a blocker or a removal spell. JK, there's a blocker or a removal spell. That was a weird one to kill, in my opinion. Why is somebody messaging me? Oh, what do you know? Nice card. I guess we're just dead at this point. No outs. Yep. Oh, you have a removal spell too? Rough. How did we lose game one? I don't remember. Oh, they just crushed us game one, didn't they? They like Chupacabra into a bunch of stuff and just like destroyed us game one. We needed a Vine Mare game two. Can't keep it. Our Vengeance typically plays Steam Vent decks. Huh. Interesting. I don't actually know if this is right. Like, there could be a real argument here that I'm just supposed to play um, Beast Whisperer, but I feel like between them having removal spells and Enigma Drakes and stuff like that, that I can't try to play a longer game, that I just need to get on the board and hope they don't have the removal spell. And even one removal's not that bad as if they have two. Hey man, what's up? Hope you're having a good day. Oh, well. If they're just going discovery into discovery, there's a good chance we've won. Someone lets me attack with the druid too. I don't think they'll have a sweeper. If they don't have a sweeper now, like say they kill this or find a way to block this now, um, I'll be able to play this into this on the following turn. Yeah, well, they saw a lot of cards and didn't do anything. So I've been bringing in these versus them, and I've been bringing in some number of these as well. They have enough burn spells that I've been lacking these, though, I mean, between Cannonade and stuff like that, maybe it's just not good enough. I keep sideboarding out the majority of these cards, and then, like, debating between this and this for the last card. Where'd it go? I don't know where it went. Oh, this and this. But this could be entirely wrong. The Elvish clan collars just haven't impressed me too much. Yeah, but I don't even know necessarily if that looked that bad per se. As just like he was set up. We just had a really, really good draw, you know. He had to have whatever he needed in his hand. Like I'm sure he had crackling drakes and niv mizzets and stuff. It just he didn't have a shock, which helped us. He didn't have a removal spell on 2. Like I think the big mistake that a lot of these blue-red decks are making is that they're running 19 or 20 lands when they should be running 21 or 22. That's just my personal opinion. I think there's an argument that I should be sideboarding out all the Vanquisher's banners. Holy hell. Big ups to Matt. Isn't that like 17 months in a row or something ridiculous? Now they have the best card in their deck this game. That card's so good I'm going to offer to trade with my Pelt Collector. Like unanswered Electromancers are the hardest things to beat out of the Izzet decks. Thank you so much, Matt. It didn't tell me the months in a row, though. I don't know why. I didn't even know you were here, Sean. I guess if Sean's here, I'm supposed to put this up on the screen. I'll take it away now. Well, we can't play anything. Again, I'm willing to trade my Pelt Collector for his Electromancer. Like, pretty happily willing to make that trade. Crackling Drake's a problem. You just hadn't gave me money, I would ban you. But I'm such a sellout. And they're just not hitting any Phoenixes. The cool thing about this is next turn we're going to be able to try to slam another Vine Mare. And if the Vine Mare resolves, it'll make this a 4, which lets it finally trade with the Crackling Drake. Hey, Penguin, what's up? Long time. No, don't kill this. That was our homie. I think the thing that gives it +1/+1 is a sorcery. Could be very sad here. We didn't draw 5th land, we didn't draw Vivian, so it's pretty reasonable that a Crackling Drake just destroys us. Yep, we're dead. We have no out now. We have no way to remove this, and then they just easy block. If we'd hit lands on curve, we could have at least threatened with this, though, I mean, they could have obviously had an instant speed removal. Yeah, I'm behind in the race, but there wasn't anything I could do to get ahead of it. We missed land drops, we didn't draw our answers, we brought in every card we had for cards like this. I will show you another one of these. I'm just going to show them a bunch of cards they have. Hey, Grand Arbiter, what's up? And we're dead to one little fly. Felt pretty good about that game, and then we got absolutely smashed. It's 2 games they didn't have a Phoenix to. feel like these are too slow. Adding in extra cards that just like randomly die to Cannonade doesn't seem like it's going to get us anywhere, though. I don't think the Drowned Secrets versions are common enough for me to bring in Reclamation Sage until I've solved them. Oh no, I'm not. I'm not complaining necessarily about that. I realize that when we play a 20 land deck, that's what we sign up for. I'm just saying that like we had a reasonable chance of winning if we had hit lands. That's definitely what you sign up for when you play this type of deck, though. Though, in fairness, our opponent's playing a 21 land deck too, and he had like 8. 20. 19 to 21s, probably. It's Vengeance. He's most likely playing exactly 20. I wouldn't say that versus most people, but when you're familiar with your opponent, you can take a pretty good guess, I think. There's an argument that I could have just played this on turn 1. Well, we have lands this game. What killed us, though, was the Electrostatic Mancer. Like, that card's almost unbeatable by the Forest decks if you don't have an answer for it. It's got a Phoenix already, and they're ditching a Drake. That's a pretty bad sign. We do have a faster start this game than last game, though. They won't be able to buy it back this turn. They don't have the mana. We're going to get a pretty good hit in. Depend on what they do on their next turn, how well this goes, and what we draw, how well this goes. Well, we drew the worst possible, so that gives you that idea. I think I'm pretty willing to trade Divine Mare here. We sideboarded out all 4 Vanquisher banners. I think there's a lot of scary sweepers. I think there's more sweepers this standard than they have been in years. If I just attack with the Foreign Lieutenant, he probably just blocks. And then we deal no damage this turn. He buys back both Arc Lights next turn, and we have to waste our entire turn with the Foreign Light. If we attack with both, we trade Divine Mare to deal either 2 or 6 damage, depending on whether we want to cast the Marwyn or not. I think I'm willing to trade it, and I think I'm going to go ahead and do the damage. Like, since there's a Radical Idea already in his graveyard, I think it's pretty impossible that they're not bringing back at least 2 Arc Lights on the following turn. I think there's a good chance that they kill the Foreign Lieutenant with it. Well, Foreign Lieutenant's not likely to die now, and they'll buy it back anyway. Need a land and a 1-drop or they're dead. That worked out well for us. Seems like they got rather unlucky there. I noticed I was sideboarding out my 1-drops too often, and we didn't see any like Crash Roost cast by our opponent. So like, I wonder if he sideboarded them out or just didn't draw them. But when we were testing the Is It Drake, that was something that I noticed that like you want at least 5 mana of spells on your most or on your usual turns to like buy it back, which generally involves like one radical idea and a one drop. But I was sideboarding out my crash through so often that I was like getting that I was having to have 6 mana of spells to buy them back. I'm not saying he did. I'm just wondering if he did, since we didn't see them. But that was something that I noticed that I was sideboarding really badly with that deck. I do feel like that's a favorable match, but like all the matches in this format feel pretty close, and um, just a tweak here or there feels like they can alter everything. Alright, so this is interesting. Versus a blind opponent, I would 100% mulligan this. But since we know what Venom plays blue-black Cervel Demir, I think it might be keepable. It's like really, really slow, but is it keepable versus exactly that deck? I'm gonna try it. This might be too greedy. I'm only trying it because we know typically what he plays. Like I said, versus a blind opponent, I would 100% mulligan this hand. I wouldn't even consider keeping it. Oh wow, he changed decks. Rip. He's been on that other deck for days, so. I think I'm just gonna play this one. You can technically block. Huh. Well. This could be bad. So Catley. Alright, so what can we do? I think I want to cast this one first. Like, so Catley was pretty brutal versus us here. Ooh, that's a good one too. I think we can throw these away. It's not like they really get better. Hmm. Gonna mess this game up. Hmm. Kind of wanting to hit a 1-drop there. We did not hit a 1-drop there. I think they have too many things going on now. Maybe not. Maybe the Still Leaf champions are just good enough. We can start throwing Beast Whispers under the bus now to potentially start pumping Pelt Collectors. We're going to put out a bunch of blockers for the following turn. It's not lethal, is it? Yeah, that's not lethal. It's just +2 on each. So +2 on each is 16. So we're gonna have to survive his next combat, and then we can try something like that. Actually, we're casting this turn almost no matter what, so we can see if we can hit another clan collar before we make any decisions, really. Another clan collar, I think, is game. Eh, I didn't get there. Yeah, we didn't get there. Um, they cast more blockers this way. Alright, we got there. We had to have 3 things, though. It took a lot to get to. I don't know if I sequenced all that stuff right. Like, honestly, I got confused there. I got really confused on that turn. Like, that turn just messed with my head, and I struggled. I think I want these because they're good versus Conclave, Binding, Legion's Landing in some situations, like Radiant Destiny, which he's probably not playing, but like, you can kill the front half of a history too if we don't have much going on. Being able to kill the front half of a history feels pretty nice. I think I want to bring these in too because I think there's a good chance he has Lyras. I'm going to sideboard out my least favorite cards that I sideboard out practically every game. I think I'm going to try these this game. They just block what he has pretty decently, right? That's what I want to take out. I like all my cards. The Diamond Mares might be a bit ambitious, and we might. There's a good chance if we're keeping the Diamond Mares that we should be sideboarding out the Vanquishing Banners. Uh-oh. It was a good draw. Well, maybe I should have played a Foreign Lieutenant there in case they have a Conclave or like a Baffling End. We do get to kill something if they attack with them all, so at least we got that going for us. Want want. It's a good attacker. I don't think they're attacking this turn though, so. They will be attacking this turn, however. I am just taking those. It's 11 damage. It's like a lot, but. Our blocks get so much better on, like, basically every turn after this. Like, our blockers just get so much better every turn after that turn. Defer to Danto is going to be problematic. Well, they didn't attack. Kind of want to play a Marwin, but this gives me better blockers versus the Dantos. I don't think I can attack. His life total's too high, and I probably need to block her. Does 3 Dantos get stopped code now, though? Kind of just want to play this. It doesn't block. He's going to keep putting a 1-1 out every turn. I'm going to put something bigger than a 1-1 out every turn, I guess. Another thing it says is a Danto doesn't block well. Yeah, a land would be perfect this turn. Yeah, we'll accept what we have. Can I attack yet? So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 attackers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blockers, so 3 attackers would get through. I'll wait a turn. Want want. I'm just gonna wait another turn. Hey, Reclamation Sage coming to party. He can't block most of our things as it is. And there's a very real chance that there's settled wreckage in his deck. We can't forget that. We are going to attack with one Still Leaf Champion this turn, though. Let's start worrying about milling ourselves. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 16 attackers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Leave one back for safety. Venom disconnected. Venom's not somebody that would DC, though. If he connected like this, it's because of his bad internet. So Venom will definitely be back. It's certainly not a rage quit when it comes from Venom. I wonder if I should just start activating clan collars every turn. I feel like there's a good chance that I probably should have just activated a clan collar that turn somewhere. That'll probably be next turn's plan. Oh wait, we sideboarded the other ones out, didn't we? Yeah, JK. Wasn't supposed to activate Clan Collar. We don't have anymore. Could have activated Clan Collar, though, and got another Still Leaf Champion. Yeah, I played that turn. That entire turn sequence was bad. Should have probably cast Still Leaf Champion and then tutored for another Still Leaf Champion. Yeah, I don't like how I played that. Leaving a few more blockers back than I probably should have. Wait. Boom. To like play around some cards like that? I don't know if we played around that card, but we'll find out. So let's put the biggest blockers on these. I've not done the math. I could actually just be dead. But I don't think I am. So they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 attackers, and we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 blockers without even involving the Elvish. Yeah, we weren't dead. Alright, well. Oh, we were going to lose that game. We're running Hot versus Venom this season. Venom was, he either won the trophy lead or tied with Derek last league. I wasn't watching towards the end. I'm not exactly sure. The deck's pretty sweet. There's so many sweepers though. Like between Finality, Clarion, just Cannonade, post board from the Drake decks. Yeah, I do think this deck's good though, and I think this deck can be tuned to be better too, right? Like the version I'm playing is like clearly probably not the best version of this deck. Because cards like this have been underperforming. Maybe there's a splash. Somebody earlier suggested splashing black for finality, and like that's probably pretty reasonable. And then there's games like this where you just go turn 2 still leave champion and you feel great. Like these draws feel so good. I mean, like, obviously he could have Lava Coil or even a land and a Conclave or whatever, but still, just the fact that this deck has this type of range, that it can go super wide, it can go super large, or it can just start jamming things like this is, like, something that I really, really like about the deck. Ooh, it's a Boros Attack You deck. You don't see those real often. Let's see what we get. I guess we're going to take the Still Leaf Champion. I was kind of hoping for a land. Since we didn't get the land, I think I'm going to play this. Guess I'm going to try to block. Trying to block here too might be wrong. If the second Still Leaf Champion come out, maybe I'm just supposed to attack, because if he gets to the Lyra portion of the game, we can't win game 1. Like, he's not far from the Lyra portion of the game at all. Or if they just have Ixalan's Binding, though, or... I don't know. I'm just, like, casting spells and naming cards right now. I don't feel like I'm thinking. I'm certainly taking 4. That was his best play last turn. It feels like I can try to do it this turn. Ooh, Rustwing Falcon. Rustwing Falcon impressed me. Red Rover, where our land? That could have been greedy too. They're getting pretty close to being able to double activate the Boros Champion with the Legion's Landing, so that's like something, or sorry, Boros Challenger. That's something I got to keep a pretty hard eye on. I don't think you want to attack with the Challengers. Might want to attack with just 3 to flip the Legion's Landing, but other than that, I don't think you want to. Well, this is a 3 block, right? He's hellbent. He can only pump it once. I don't think I'm missing anything. I don't think I really want to throw a Form Lieutenant under that either. It's probably time for me to start attacking. Right on time, extra Vanquisher's Banner. So if we draw a land, we can attack for 14 next turn. By using the Clan Collar to tutor up another Clan Collar and attack with the 2 Still Leaf Champions. Obviously, he can throw some Vampires into combat this turn or whatever to gain some life. And we actually have to make some blocks this turn, too. So a lot of it depends on what he draws. we're fairly competitive this game. And some of the decisions I made this game were close, and I don't think I might not have made the right ones. If it's just a history, that'd be nice. The way he's got 3 mana tapped and he's holding, I'm assuming it's a conclave and he's trying to figure out the best target. If it's a conclave, it's going to be very hard to win this game. Game might not be winnable if it's a conclave. Yeah, the more I think about this game, I don't think I like how I played it at all. I wonder if I have to sideboard these in just because of Lyra. I don't think we want Diamond Mare versus his style of deck. I think it's a lot better versus the White Weenie deck, but I don't think we want it versus the Boros. Just attacking with this. That's interesting. Huh. Can cast a Vanquisher's Banner and just go for it. What were they tapping 3 mana for? And if we do cast a Vanquisher's Banner and go for it, can we survive next turn? We'd have 3 blockers. Arbitrarily block these 3. We'd be taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're dead if he has anything, really. What games do we win by playing it slower? Can't beat Settle to Wreckage at all, so we don't have to worry about Settle to Wreckage. If he has Settle, we're just dead. Probably doesn't have Seal Away, or probably would have used it before he untapped. I feel like it's safe just to cast Vanquisher's Banner and attack for 2. Oh no, it's not safe. This stupid thing can block now. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Alright. So this stupid thing can block. He can pump it once, which isn't enough to survive. Alright. Wow, that was pretty silly of me. I think I'm going to play this one to start because it's the one that would give us another blocker. Whereas if I play this, we're tapping one of these for a blocker. So he's going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ground blockers, so... Or ground attackers, rather. Lightning Strike kills us now, too. That doesn't do anything. Oh, that does do something, doesn't it? That provides him another blocker. And that has to be game. I've not done the map, but there's no way that's not game. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're dead. Yeah, so it's a very close match. The blue-red matches are. I feel like these and these are reasonable, but I'm not exactly sure. There's a good chance that I sideboard these out too often. I think clan collars are a little bit better when we need to block early. This match can't be that bad, can it? Yes, a keep. Obviously could be better, but it's a keep. I definitely don't like how I played that game. I felt that game was winnable and I played it bad. I think I was attacking at poor times. I think I should have blocked a Adonto at a point in the game that I didn't, just to make him spend 4 life. I definitely think I did quite a few things wrong that game. Do you like the fact that this kind of holds this at bay unless he has a removal? We'll try to go wider early. If I was on the draw, we'd have probably been playing Pelt in this. Womp womp. Could have cast a Druid Cow that turn instead of this. So we're probably going to get rid of this, and then we're in pretty bad shape. Especially if they have a second one. Ooh. That was a couple of strong turns. So we have a 4-4-5-5. We're just dead this game. I don't think we have an out now. Don't think we have an out. Could try to corral and do some experimental frenzy type things. It just doesn't feel like it's good enough to me. He's also got 9 permanents in play, so it's not like I can take a giant hit next turn. Yeah, whatever we do, it's pretty low odds, so basically we're just going to gamble. And we hit a land, so we 100% lose. GG. Oh well, 3-1, we'll have to take it. It's sad. I don't know if I can risk it, because if I play the Vanquisher's Banner, I don't get to block on the following turn, and I can't take, or I'm like throwing something under the bus is just a chump block. So I'll be casting the Vanquisher's Banner and then throwing the Pelt Collector under a 5-5 and still taking 12 damage, but when we take that 12 damage, like, this thing's going to get ascend and just be 2 attacks away from killing us. So even if we get lucky the next turn and row out a bunch of stuff to stop his ground guys, like, this is going to get 1 free hit in, and then we have to draw Vivian on top of that. Felt like we were, like, trying to get pretty lucky that way. Like, we had to have a giant sequence of things go right that way, whereas if we just played the creature, there was a chance that, like, we just draw another Steel Leaf Champion, and obviously we're not in great shape, but, like, being able to trade on this turn while drawing 2 cards felt a lot better than, like, chump blocking and taking 12 damage. Yeah, I think I had to be extremely lucky to win either way, but I think if we hit... I think there's more sequences to where if we draw 1 of 3 Still Leaf Champion this turn and get it into play, then we win, than if we have to sequence a bunch of stuff for the following 2 turns. And all of this is predicated on him not having anything, too. If he just has a Heroic Intervention, none of this stuff wins. If he's got another removal spell, none of this stuff wins. Like, I don't know. His deck done some sweet stuff that game. We got crushed pretty hard. I don't know if our deck has a draw capable of beating this draw, which is like kind of concerning. Of course, this was a pretty decent draw, but like he didn't do anything. It's not like he drew like 3 Arclight Phoenixes on turn 4 or something ridiculous. Like he just played a 1-drop, 2-drop, and then a Loxodon and a removal spell, and we were in pretty rough shape. I don't know. We beat Vengeance and we beat Venom, though. Yeah, these elves do not play defense. Some guy earlier mentioned putting black in for fine and finality, and like that might be cool, but like that just makes me feel like I'm trying to play from behind, but I don't know if we can play from behind. But like a finality would give us outs in situations like that. Well, not really, would it? You had a 5-5 and a 4-5. I guess the finality wouldn't even give us an out there. Either way, I still like this deck. I think it's fun. It's probably not as good as Izzet. It's probably not as good as Jeskai. It's probably not as good as the Control Izzet either, and it's still probably not as good as Golgari. But it's a pretty fun deck, and it's strong enough that you can win matches with it. Like, I don't hate it. And like I said, I feel like this is a pretty unrefined version of the deck, so somebody that wanted to put the work in and refine it could probably make a much stronger version. But anyway, so that's going to do it for me today. Gonna see if like Brad or somebody's on the host. Brad was playing Drakes earlier. Hopefully he still is, because I would like to watch some Drakes while I do my work. Oh! There's a Grand Prix on. Grand Prix Lille Day 1's on. Well, I didn't know that. We picked the perfect time to log offline then. So we're going to host Brad, we're going to hop offline, and I'm going to get my work done. And as always, I'll be back tomorrow, because I might not be the greatest streamer. I might not have a schedule, but you can at least guarantee I'm going to be here every day. And only 3 things in life are guaranteed: death, taxes, and Sears is going to stream at some point. Take care, everybody.